Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're building some targets. And not just any targets, some targets that are gonna help us, or at least give us the ability to work on precision, not only precision shooting, but also work on like shooting from cover, angles, and coming out of cover, to help with, kind of playing the game, playing, in a PvP, if you will, type of setting. So you can have your cups, your cup targets. You have got various companies make a whole bunch of different like electronic and not electronic targets and reactive targets. A lot of fun stuff can be done with a wide variety of targets. But what we're going to do today is we're going to create a do-it-yourself target that you'll typically see in like real steel shooting ranges. Like I said, this will help us, work on our angles, work on coming out of cover and staying in cover, things like that, getting shots while we're, behind cover. Just, kind of work on just technique and training. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. There's a couple different guidelines for my build that I wanted to work for mine personally. This could be completely different for yours. Let's kind of go over those guidelines now. So the first thing I wanted to be modular, small enough to where I can set it up and get ready, get firing and things like that, within, 2, 3, 5 minutes maybe. So I wanted it to set up quickly. I also wanted it to tear down and, be completely gone from my backyard. So in this sense, I didn't want to have to be staking something into the ground, and I didn't want to leave it up. I want to be able to cut the grass and not have to worry about running something over or moving stuff out of the way or removing a target that's been staked down or whatever. That's kind of one of my big things. Plus, it's got to get the wife approval, so it definitely can't stay up, for longer than what I'm going to use it. So we want to make sure that it's, free and clear for, from being dangerous from the kids and the dogs and all that stuff. So being modular was a big thing. So let's go over what you're going to need and kind of those price points of everything. So first things first is you're going to need a target. Now, all this stuff is, with exception to one thing, which can be purchased at Home Depot, was bought at Home Depot. So what I'll do is I'll go through all the different pieces of what we purchased, the price point for making one target. You can make as many as you want. We're going to make 3 for our purposes. But yeah, let's talk about what we purchased. So first, you're going to need some type of target. For that, I got a Home Depot moving box. This is their extra large moving box. Comes in at $3.48. The beauty of the moving box is you can actually get 4 targets, the size that I'm creating. This is, I believe it's 20 inches this way and 30 inches this way, I believe. And then the head of the target is really an 8-inch by 8-inch square. I got tapered off arms here, shoulders, to kind of symbolize a kind of a person profile, all cut out with an X-Acto blade or scissors. It doesn't really matter. The beauty of the cardboard box, like I said, is you can get 4 targets, 1 out of each side, out of that $3.48. Next up is we're going to need something to attach the target to. Something to hold it up. So with that, we've got these 1x3s. Now these 1x3s come in 8-foot lengths. So if you buy just one, you can cut it in half, and then you've got 2 4-foot pieces. And if you're trying to save a buck, that's exactly what you should do. They're $2.22 for one. So to complete one target, you would just need one of those. I, on the other hand, wanted my targets to be a little bit taller, so I actually want them to be this to be 5 foot. So I had to purchase 2 8-foot pieces and cut them down to fit exactly what I was looking for. So I got 2 of these. Again, they're 1x3s. You could probably get away with the 1x2s, but you're talking saving a few pennies. So the extra width on that 1x3 gives me a little bit more room for my couplers. These are 1/2-inch couplers. You get a bag of 5 and they are $2.58. You need 4 of them to complete one target. These are screwed on using number 12 3/4 screws. Again, there's 2 screws per one, so you're going to need 8 screws. These are going to run you, where did they go here? They're going to run you $2.76 for 12 of them. They're a pack of 6 each, so there's that. The reason why you'll need those is you're going to need something to put in the ground. Now, that's where wooden dowels come in, so you're not pounding, you know, a 1x3 into the ground, creating huge holes in the ground. So these wooden dowels, this is a 3/4 inch wooden dowel. It comes in 48-inch length, but you're only going to need 24 inches. So unfortunately, they don't. You might be able to find something shorter. I don't know. But you'll need 2 12-inch pieces. This one dowel rod will run you $3.67. Again, you'll have some left over, so if you want to make a second one, you know, you'll notice that most of this stuff makes 2, but we're just working on the one. So that's $3.67. This will attach through the coupler things here onto the 1x3s, and that's what actually will go in the ground and hold. This will keep it stable. Now, you might remember I said I want this thing removable and I don't want to be staking it down. I just want to put it in and let that be that. So that's where the permanent part of this comes into play. You'll need a 12-inch, well, 2 6-inch pieces of 3/4 PVC pipe with the matching fitting to kind of end cap. Basically, what this will end up doing is you'll pound this in the ground, and this will be at ground level, so you can run the lawnmower over it and not have to worry about, you know, cutting it. No one's going to fall on it and impale themselves. Dogs aren't going to chew on it and rip it out because it's going to be in the ground. And essentially, your wooden dowels will be attached to the 1x3s, and they're just going to slide right in there. And this is going to keep them, you know, obviously this is going to be ground level, so this is going to keep them suspended in front, you know, wherever you want to put them. So the 12-inch PVC pipe is going to run you $1.86, and that's going to get you both pieces that you need. The 2 couplers, these are going to both together going to be $1.72. That's just so that when you pound them in the ground, the actual soil doesn't get stuck in here, and yeah, this just keeps it so there's no soil inside the PVC, and it just makes for easier pick up and, you know, assembly when it comes time to when you're ready to shoot on the range. Next up, you're going to need something to attach your target to the 1x3s. So these clamps are actually from Walmart. They come in a pack of 4, and they're $4.99 for 4. I got them because I like the plastic aspect of it. They're not real heavy duty, where I think they're going to do more harm than good. Home Depot does sell a $1 spring clamp similar to this. It's just a little bit stronger, and it's made of metal. With the plastic ones, I don't have to worry about rusting and all that stuff, and it just works for me. Exactly. And I use these for my videography and photography stuff, so this is just kind of what I went with. But just know, for $1 you can get one at Home Depot, so you'll need 4 of those. You could probably get away with 2, but 4 would kind of make it a little bit more sturdy. And then the last thing that you'll need is some type of filler. And the reason why you need the filler is the gap between the actual clamp and this doesn't marry up quite as well. It's close, but it's not quite as good. You can use some of your cardboard box. That would work perfectly well. Just cut a little strip and you just put it along the well, you'll see. You just put it along where the clamp goes, where these the 2 wooden pieces marry up. So I've got some foam here that I cut out and I'm going to use, but like I said, you could just use some of the scrap from the actual box. So, And that's all you need. Comes out to a total of $22.29 for one target. Again, like I said, some of these pieces like the dowel rod and some of the screws and the box, you're gonna have extra pieces, so you could very well double up on some of these things and make 2 targets. Let's go ahead and build it and take it out on the range and see how she goes. Alright, so we've got the Tryon from Game Face, Dart Zone, Ruby darts with 3 worker darts at the end, and we're shooting 1.5, or no, 2.5 spring spacers. Alright guys, so we're back in the studio. We've actually had the targets installed for a couple months now, and I wanted to check back in and let you guys know how they were working, any changes that I would make, and yeah, just close out the video and thank you guys for watching. So first up, the only change that I would really make is with the PVC pipe. And originally I had said, just go ahead and just put the cap on and then pound them into the ground, and then you can take your, the 2 guides and put them in. But what I think I would do is drill a couple drain holes either in the sides or in the bottom of the cap or all the above to give yourself a little bit of draining solution for when it rains and you don't have the targets in, obviously. I'm running into an issue where mine are in the ground, and when it rains, the PVC fills with water and it doesn't have anywhere to go. So when I go to stick the targets back in, the water comes flying out the top. So yeah, so to negate that, you would just drill a couple holes either in the side of the PVC or up through the bottom of the cap. That's really the only change that I would make there. Other than that, I know how you guys saw in my firing footage how I had the camera set up in the kind of the head of the target. I'm not really going to go over that here in this video. If that's something you'd like to see in the 3D prints and the things that I used for that, let me know. I'll make a follow-up video going over that and how I keep those cameras safe. But yeah, so anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you get liked, subscribed, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below with what you thought of the build. We've got some good stuff coming up. Coming up later this week actually is the review for the Nexus Pro X, so definitely check that out. I'll have a couple other videos posted on here for do-it-yourself things, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.